This is the Izzy Lala podcast. I'm Izzy Lala, and I'm a writer, artist, and poet. So naturally, I'm always seeking knowledge and understanding. This right here is a podcast where we're learning, growing, and just exploring this thing called life. So join me, Izzy Lala, as we do so today. And I'd love to get your feedback, so stay tuned until the end of the show for ways to do that. So last week we talked about taking advice, and I asked you guys, when do you take advice and when do you leave it on the table, or where do you draw the line when taking advice? And one responder, Sojourna, said, I take advice when it's something I hadn't thought of. I take advice when it's positively helping me with what I'm trying to do. I take advice when it feels positive and genuine. I leave advice if it's negative or feels negative in any way. Thank you so much for the comment. I think this is super important. Positivity and being genuine is always something that helps in determining from which direction the advice is coming from. Similar to motivation, like, is it from a positive place the person is trying to give advice, or is it from, or out of some other motivation? I think there's always going to be some kind of negative energy thrown our way, especially when you are trying to do something new or different. And I think I've actually encountered negativity from some place or some person every time I've started something new. And I think just for me, that's just how it's worked and how it works. There is always pushback when trying to do new or different things, I feel. At least that's what I've experienced. So speaking of new and different things, with the new year approaching, I think we all have goals or some things we want to accomplish in the new year. I know I always have something that I'm trying to work towards or expand in some way, especially being an artist. So since I'm an artist, I want to try to expand on my visual art this year and do it in some sort of fashion, but where I don't exactly know, but I definitely do want to start something new. And sometimes, you just don't know what direction to go in. And you just, honestly, you have to pick something, in my opinion, or, wait and see, if you even have the capacity to do it. So, but other times I feel like there is clear direction and it's right in front of your face on what you should do or the direction you should go in. So let me ask you guys, if you're working towards something, a business, a goal, art, project, whatever, what do you feel the universe is telling you about it? I feel like there's times when I have clarity with a project. I know what to do. I know, just, the direction that I want to go in, or the direction I'm kind of being pushed in a way. Then there are times when I don't know. So one of the biggest indicators for me and my projects or goals is time. If the universe, life, whatever you want to call it, allows me to do the time to do something that I feel like it was just meant to happen, it kind of just flows. Of course, there's always, bumps along the road with any new endeavor, but if I have time, I can push through. If I don't have time, then I know it wasn't meant to be. Now some of you might say you have to make time for the things that you love, or you have to make time to do something if you want to do it. But I think that that's when priorities come back into play. Like if you have a family or a high priority that's not allowing you to make time, then possibly that thing is not for you at that very moment anyway. So that's just one of the messages the universe gives me when trying to start a new thing or pursue some goal or endeavor. But how about you guys? What do you feel the universe, life, whatever, is telling you about what you're pursuing? Whether it's a new project, goal, or business venture, maybe it's not about the act of starting one, but some other way you feel you're being pulled in, or even a new perspective you have about this thing. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I ideas. So let me know by commenting or emailing izzylala83@gmail.com or leave a voice message at 209-730-7044 and I'll feature them on the next episode. So this is the Izzy Lala podcast. Join me, Izzy Lala, every Monday as we explore this thing called life. For now, wishing you all healing, hope, and light.